Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. I'm Jessie.
Hi, I'm Benson here, and thanks for tuning in to our podcast today.
Yeah, so total Lentor is such a big place, right? How many plots are there altogether?
In totality, in the Lentor cluster today, we are talking about in the future there's 11 plots. So LG7, which is actually the 7th land, which is actually the developer is actually launching right now.
And why is this plot so special? Price, am I right to say that is the important concern? Yeah, and we did a homework, right? Among all the 7 plots, LG7, the lucky 7, is actually the cheapest plot that developer managed to beat to date.
Why do we want to do this podcast? Because this is actually one of the golden opportunity we want to share to everybody out there. Why is it so good for you to look at this particular development?
The plot 7, which is us, okay, our land bid price is 920 per square feet.
Correct.
PPR,
Correct.
Right? And then the next one up and coming, which is if you're going to miss Lentor Garden, right? Okay, Lentor Central, okay, you'll be buying at 1278 per square feet per plot ratio, meaning to say that is a 39% jump in land bid price. Yeah, and a lot of my clients keep asking us, wow, there is already 6 plot launch.
Correct.
And one of them, which is Lentor Modern, already TOP. So with so many condominium up and coming that is going to TOP, right? Will Lentor 7 be considered like an oversupply in the Lentor area? What do you think, Benson?
See, basically, we are talking about 5,000 over of unit that is actually going to MOP. In fact, is there a strong demand over there? Definitely. And in fact, it's not enough in terms of the market, the cluster they are looking about that area particularly.
So, yeah. So, I mean, imagine if you are staying in Ang Mo Kio area now, you are so used to this kind of environment, right? Lentor, Yio Chu Kang, Ang Mo Kio area. Will you want to move out of it when your kids are studying nearby? So when you're thinking about upgrading, definitely the first choice in mind is Lentor area, right? It's a new township, and then it's a landed enclave. It's more quiet, more exclusive. Yeah.
So
we don't say all 5,000 HDB builders will actually upgrade to condo.
Yeah.
Let's say maybe half or 1/3.
Or maybe 20%.
Yeah, so that would be like 1,000 units.
There would be
of
about 1,000 of upgraders that actually wanted to buy, and give you an illustration on how people actually look at it. Based on our experience that we see, many people who want to upgrade, they will look for places that they are used to it, because why their children have been studying in the nearby schools. That's number one, which is actually the very important factor. Okay, and of course the convenient, their friend, their relative, their neighbor, and also, of course their daily day out, their amenities stuff, right? They will usually go back to the same place area for them to upgrade. And for this case, people are like, stay in the 3-room flat, they want to upgrade to a bigger unit. So they will have multiple choices for them, a particular reason or multiple reasons for them to upgrade in terms of their checklist as well.
So if I just based on 1,000 upgraders, right? Lentor, those that launch before Lentor Garden, I don't think they have sufficient amount of 3-bedrooms unit that is available for sale. So if you check online on Guru now, or if we consolidate the numbers of 3-bedroom available for sale in the last few plots that have launched, probably you have only, how many units? Say,
looking over the data over here, maybe about, you mean the total unit?
Total number of 3-bedrooms
so
that is available for the upgrader.
Correct.
I mean, if you are staying in a 4-room or 5-room flat in Ang Mo Kio, it's a 3-bedroom unit inside. So when you upgrade, you definitely need to move to at least minimum a 3-bedroom condominium, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So Lentor Garden, you add in the 7 condominiums that is available. I think you at most you have
pretty limited choices that you had.
300 units of 3-bedrooms available to choose. So the 1,000 upgraders still have to snatch, or should I say ballot to actually get the right unit.
And
important, right? A 4-room flat in Ang Mo Kio. Do you know how much a 4-room HDB is currently selling? We talk about the just MOP 5 years.
Yeah.
So we are talking about almost 1.1 million. This is the latest transaction for 4-room. And
this transacted price for 4-room flat before we go to 5-room flat is about it's already more than 1.138 million already. So I'm quite sure that most of the owner out there, they will call for even higher price. Maybe we will start to see 1.14. And then for the 5-room flat here over at Ang Mo Kio, we already start to see people transacted for older flat. For DBSS at Block 588, already more than, it's already 13 years, 15 years property. People already transacted more than 1.5 million. So I'm quite sure that, in the near future, and these are units that, not everybody is actually selling, is quite in a hot demand because why the supply is quite limited. So for that case, people are willing to pay for a 15 years DBSS like a HDB. In fact, it's a HDB lah, like 1.5 million. So that makes and demands over there because pricing cannot be lied for them to buy, because when back then they bought it over there, probably about 600,000 or maybe $500 million. Today, if you sell at 1.5 million, not just that you get your profit of $1 million, you still get back your capital. So they work out to be like 1.1 or maybe 1.2. That's good enough for you to actually down pay your property, for you to buy anything more than $2 million.
Yeah, so 3-bedroom rental modern on average is about 2.5 million. So
Yeah.
2.5 million, 30% down payment plus stamp duty, we're talking about
750. So if a 750,000 you minus off your, let's say for example you sell at 1.5 million, you're getting back about 1.1 to 1.2. Let's say 1.1, you minus off about 750,000. Simple Max will actually let
spare
you.
cash.
You still have about 400,000
for
cash for
renovation,
you to actually do a renovation, for you to pay your installment,
or
for
even
the
buy
next
a
15
second
years.
property. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so-
husband and wife each own one property.
So today we are talking about the demographic itself in Ang Mo Kio area. What is the support that you have? Because the last thing that we want to buy a property here is that we want to buy something, the end of the day there's no support, primary support, okay, on that particular area itself. So that's quite scary. For Ang Mo Kio itself, for the longest period of time, we have seen a lot of people wanted to move inside over here because amenities and schools, etc., accessibility is quite sustainable over there. So that's also why that for such a project, every year, every launches in Lentor, right, it actually take up very fast because the demand is there. If its demand is not there, I think the developers, firstly, the government will not want to launch any land over that area. And secondly, the developer will not dare to actually bid for that land itself. Lastly, we also not to see that people start coming in and buy, so that, launch after launch, people come and buy, because end of the day, that the numbers cannot be lied. The demographic is very strong over there and people wanted to buy over there because there's various reasons in Ang Mo Kio area. So that is also why creating the opportunity. Like today, we want to come in and actually share with you all that why today is a very golden period for everyone to consider, maybe to take a look at this development. It's because we already see that the next plot of land already selling at 1,278 per plot ratio, and this developer bought it at 920. So we are very clear and we are very we are justified and we are convinced that hey, look, the next land itself will be higher.
So I guess for Lentor Modern, people who buy in back then, okay, and now TOP already, right? How many of them actually make a good profit? You want to make a guess?
A lot of people make a lot of profit.
Yeah, amazingly, it's 100% profit. Yeah, and we're talking about, let's say, a 3-bedroom, right? Easily their profit margin is almost 500K.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Lentor area, Lentor Modern is a proven, it's already proven strategy already. They show you that, first mover advantage when you enter, okay, you can exit at this kind of price. What more today, Lentor Garden, you are buying in cheaper, than your competitor.
And it's newer.
Yeah, and newer. And Lentor Modern, right, which is the first condo to be launched in Lentor area, the developer purchased the land at 1,204 per square feet per plot ratio. So now if you can buy in Lentor Garden at 920, you are talking about at least 20% cheaper. Yeah.
Right.
So the profit margin, confident to say, will be even higher than Lentor Modern, whoever they actually managed to offload recently. Yeah.
So not just that, we are talking about Lentor, Lentor, Hillock Green, Lentoria, and Lentor Mansion, and also Lentor Central. These are development that nothing less than $980 per square foot. So these are all higher than 980. So today we are getting a 920 is the cheapest among the rest, and the newest among the rest. And the next job will be 1,200, which is going to be a record price. This is something that you might want to actually consider and think about whether this is a good goal for yourself.
Most important, right, the facade. Wow, I love the facade. Have you take a look at the...
It's like an infinity pool that you will find. You are seeing there's an infinity pool for you to like...
They actually have the
around.
largest pool.
Yeah.
So if you are very nature, you enjoy the pool, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you can do many laps. And plus, if you see the entire map, Lentor Garden has the nicest facade. Why? Because they have the largest and longest pool
not just
in comparison to the rest.
They also have 3 cluster houses within the development itself. So it's like a mixed deal. And of course, on the first level itself, there is also these anchor tenant that we're talking about in future. So you probably have actually supermarket. These are actually cost good convenient for yourself.
Yep.
That your even for you to actually rent out property, right? People will still wanted to because convenient is there.
So if you're a nature lover and you're thinking about, earning a decent profit, I think Lentor Garden is a choice to consider.
Yeah, you can consider.
Yeah.
Really, that this is why we are here to do this podcast for you to understand that why something that you don't want to miss out for, because just bear in mind that the next land itself will be higher. The selling price will be higher, and not just that recent land that we are looking at, nothing is lesser than $1,300. So I feel that in the near future, like it or not, for private property, that is newer one, right? The cost might be also averagely touch more than $3,000.
Okay, so yep.
Let's talk about the floor plan now.
Okay.
We have some updates from the developer, and the floor plan itself is going to be phenomenal because why? Just to note that you actually have the two-bedder all the way towards to the cluster houses lah. So the two-bedder itself,
the smallest is a 2-bed 2-bath, right?
Exactly. So it's 2-bed 2-bath plus study. Okay, so we also have a study inside. Okay, and it's a dumbbell unit. Okay, you can see the floor plan. If not, you can actually ring us to a bell. We will just send you the floor plan as well. And of course, we do have a 3-bedroom, whereby the 3-bedder is a typical 3-bedroom. But one thing I like about the layout itself is actually all the room size is very functionable. It's more than 8 square meters, so it's using PVC where you can hack away the wall if you wanted to. At the same time, right, you still can actually put a queen size bed into the room itself. And not just that, our show flat, which is actually the typical one, that is actually 1,001 square feet. That allows you to actually have a home shelter inside. That acts very well because home shelter, you not just being like you can do it like a utilities room or storeroom. You can also put your needs inside if you wanted to lah.
Yeah, and one thing I like about Lentor Garden in comparison to the other Lentor condominium is that it's non-PPVC.
Yeah,
meaning the wall in between the rooms, if you think that the room size is still not big enough, you can even hack.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you wanted to hack, it's not a problem. Only Lentora and this development actually non-PPVC, which is actually allows you to actually have a lot of free play inside the room itself. And come back towards to the 4-bedroom where you have a chance to look at the show unit, right? It's actually 1,348 square feet, which is quite a very good size for 4-bedroom. Because nowadays the 4-bedroom, right, we have experienced 1,184, some even smaller like 1,152. So this is actually one of the good size that we come across that we had over here. And the best part here is like a small little U shape, whereby the room is like a U shape towards it. You don't have to pay, you don't have to pay for this long walkway per se.
So walk-in wardrobe lover, they will love to have that space.
And it's
there.
we have a proper landscape for this living hall area, which is I personally like it a lot. Yeah. Okay. So
the preview is on.
Okay. If you want to find out more about this development and you have not actually seen any of this development or wanted to know more about this development, can always text us, can always drop us a message, okay, PM us, and then we will love to actually show you as well what is the pros and cons about that area and what is it so good about this development in depth. Because we don't just look at the floor plan, we also look at many aspects, the facing as well, whether it sounds prudent for you to actually to check it out on this development. All right.
Do contact us. I'm Jessie.
My name is Benson, and do call us.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.